Let's just think summer pudding, but it's not summer, it's winter, right? Mixed with an Arctic roll. I'm going to basically use this panettone to stop me having to go through the effort and pain of making a sponge. And you want about 5 slices. I've got 3 sheets of the cling film. I'm just going to use my hand and just loosen the cling film and just push it inside. I'm going to lay the sponge in like that, or the panettone. You're kind of making one nice single layer all the way around. You don't want it to be too thick at the bottom, so feel free to sort of pinch bits out from the bottom where it all doubles up. And then I'm going to use some raspberry jam, let's say about 3 or 4 tablespoons, maybe half a jar. So if I just show you this, that's what I've done there, okay? Nice thick layer of jam, looks really good. And then get 1 pot of ice cream. You can see it's kind of pretty much pliable. And that's your first layer, okay? Got some pistachios going in, a handful of sour tinned cherries here, like that. And what I'm going to do now is just use the spoon just to push, you know, the pistachios and the cherries in. You want a bit of a layer, but you also want them to move around a little bit as well. And then over here I've got some glacé fruit. You can buy bags of glacé fruit. I've got the whole ones here, so these are clementines. Really nice. It's quite nice to work fairly quickly because you don't want the ice cream to completely, you know, melt. This is a glacé melon. Any of that glacé fruit has that lovely tutti fruity sort of chewy quality, which is really nice in the middle of this. Get your clementines in. Then go for your last batch of ice cream. Okay, I'm just going to slice the bottom, just like that. Put the half in. And at this point, I'm just going to put a little bit of the Vinsanto, or a lovely sweet cherry, just around the edge, because that will drip down, you know, at least halfway down, which is good. A little bit over the bit of sponge there. All I do now is bring up the edge, so you're really looking after everything that's in there. And then I'll just cling film it one last time. And then what I normally do is get like a plate of some description and just press down. Just like that. And that'll just squash everything into a fairly good position. And then whack that in the freezer for at least 4 hours. This is one I did, you know, a few days ago. Now, here's the thing. You can make this weeks before, right? And you can put that in the freezer, just sitting there. And then whenever you want to have it, you just take it out of the freezer and put it in the fridge about an hour before. Then I unwrap it. You want the cling film because you can really yank it out. That is the shape of a classic old-fashioned sort of Victorian ice cream bomb. All I'm going to do to finish it is heat up a little bit of good quality, sort of 60–70% chocolate, then just pour it. And any time within the next 5 minutes, this will be at its best. After 5 minutes, the temperature from inside will sort of set the chocolate hard, which isn't a bad thing, it just doesn't look as beautiful. Look at that. I mean, I just think it's retro beauty. And then just get yourself a little bit of holly and just plonk that on the top like that. Brilliant. You can see it starting to go hard now, see? The chill sort of go up it. Get that knife in there. First one's always a little awkward. But there you go. Look at that little baby. Now, to me, that is Christmassy. I mean, it's kind of got everything. It's got the chocolate, it's got the spongy, it's got the sherry, it's got the ice cream, it's creamy, it's chewy, it's sweet, it's sour, and people will go mad for it. And it is easy to put together. It kind of makes you feel happy when you've done it, because ultimately it's a glorified sandcastle, isn't it, that you can eat. It's good. What more do you want? Happy Christmas. These are my little nephews, and I'm their uncle.
In the holidays, they're the kids away from sitting watching telly. All you need's these magic words. Come and make some jelly.
Why am I the best uncle?
You went to Cambridge and you chucked
a stink bomb in the middle of people and they went mad.
And they went like, oh!
Right, we're making Clementine jelly. You can make any flavour you like, Clementine, orange, apple juice, pear juice, you name it, apart from kiwi or pineapple. Why is that, kids?
The
Basically.
acid in the thing makes it go slushy.
Ooh, who taught you that?
You.
Oh, yeah, well, that's why. 5 little sheets of gelatin.
Ooh!
Yes. Put your 5 sheets of gelatin in some cold water, and in about 2 minutes they'll soften up. Just going to juice a few Clems. Do you want to do that, kids?
Yeah, sure.
Juice it in here. 600 millilitres of clementines. That's about 20 in number, but you just got to measure it and see how you go. About half the juice we put into a pan, and if you want to sweeten that with a little sugar, just a little bit to take the edge off it because it's a little sour, you can just sort of mix in to taste. And then ginger, I'm going to take the smallest little piece, just going to do about half of that, and that tiny little squeezing of ginger will just give it a little kick. So look, literally in 2 minutes, can you see what's happened to the gelatin there?
Yeah.
It's softened up. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And then the lovely Henry is going to pick that up and put it into the juice, one at a time. Pass that to James.
Thanks.
I'm gonna have this one.
Anymore?
And then stir it, James.
It said James.
Rest of the juice goes in. And the thing is, you can put a jelly in anything, a big jelly mould, into like a glass bowl, a bunny rabbit shaped mould. I'm just going to do these in glasses because us boys are quite cool, aren't we, boys? And we don't need.
We don't need little bunny rabbits.
No. How much do you like cooking?
100%.
100%.
Great.
One of my favourite things to do.
Yeah? What's your favourite food in the world?
Oh, spare ribs.
Spare ribs. Yours?
Gnocchi?
Gnocchi. And yours?
Christmas pudding.
Oh. A few pieces of clementine in the bottom of the glass. Go on, you plop them in, guys. So, here we are. We've got our lovely jellies. What I want you to do is put equal amounts of the jelly in each glass. So you hold this over each one. Good. That's a nice, confident pour. Oh, very confident. Yeah, well done, mate. And then go back and make them all even.
Oh, James.
That's it. It's good. You know, you're always going to make a bit of mess with the kids. That's what it's all about. You can't be scared of it. That's enough. That's really good. Really, really good. And what we're going to do now is just pop them into the fridge. And then after about 2 hours, they're going to be nice and firm and wibbly and wobbly. So let me show you some that I did earlier, boys.
I'll hold the fridge.
Thank you, Billy. After about 2 hours, these will chill nice like that. Look at the frost on those little babies. And then we're going to put yoghurt on top. You like yoghurt, boys?
Yes.
Live yoghurt. And then I've got here a new thing that I've never seen before. It's like a vanilla sort of syrup in a little jar. And you can get it in decent supermarkets. But also you could use vanilla extract. And you could sweeten it if you want, but definitely my missus would say not to. And then I'm just going to put a nice little dollop of this in the middle. Just a little gesture. You don't want loads. Do you like the look of this, boys?
Yeah.
Yes. Can I finish off the spoon after you've done
Yeah, why am I doing it? You should be doing it. I'm taking up all... I shouldn't. Bad Uncle Jamie.
Yes.
So right in the middle, about the same amount. There you go. That's it. A little bit more. Good boy. There you go.
There.
And then another thing to do, which is really, really good, is open a packet of chocolate, put it sort of next to my thigh here, get a knife, and just shave it like that. And once you've done that, you can just put a whole load like that on there. Do you like the look of that, boys?
Yes.
It's hardly any chocolate, that's the reality. If you can't do that, just get yourself a little grater and you could just grate it like that. Best bit now, boys. You run round there and get in the sleigh. There you go. Take your nice little clementine jelly and see how slowly you can eat it. And I was joking when I said that.
Slowly?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And do you know the way to do it?
Yes. Slurp it.
Yes, slurp it. Try and suck it all up. And that's the correct way to eat jelly.
Yes.
The thing about that clementine juice, they're so good at this time of year. Turn it into a jelly, they'll go mad for it. Kids, do you like that?
Yes! Yes. Best deal I've ever had.
No one can resist it, it's such wibbly wobbly fun. Shaking on the plate just like some big fat ladies. Rum-pum-pum.
We like making jelly, it really makes us giggly. It starts off sort of runny, but it turns out really wiggly.